If you wanted to create some sort of space around your content but were unsure how, then this video will be discussing a way to do so. This is known as CSS Padding, and it helps you create space around an element's content. As you can see, we have a box over here with some content in it, which is a few paragraph tags with some random text. By the way, if you're wondering how I get this random text, it's an Emmet abbreviation known as Lorem Ipsum. The way you get this is just by typing lorem and then you hit tab and then you get this random text over here. You can think of it as some placeholder text for you to test out some visual content in your project without having to rely on meaningful content just yet. If you are using a different text editor though that does not support the Emmet abbreviation, you can always head down to the website over here and read up about it. Then you can scroll all the way down and generate some paragraphs and random text that you want over here. Then you can copy and paste it like I have here. I'm going to go back here now and give this box some color just so I can demonstrate how the spacing works. Now to get padding to work with our box over here, it is simple as targeting it with the class that we have over here, using the padding property, and then we can give it something like 10 pixels. And if you save that, you can tell that there's spacing all around the box. The way this works is that it targets the top, the right, the bottom, then left. This is the order that the padding goes by. But now, what if you wanted different spacing on each side? This is also achievable by using 3 other additional values, and it also follows the same order that I just mentioned. So I'll start at 5 pixels and move up. So 5 pixels, and then 10 pixels, 15 pixels, and 20 pixels. Now if you look at this over here, the 5 is going to go to the top, then 10, 15, and then 20. So if you save that, you can see that they all have differing spacing. If, however, you wanted the top and bottom to have the same type of spacing, as well as the left and right to have their own similar spacing, you can just give it 2 values instead of 4. So the way this works is, you can say 10 pixels over here and then 20 pixels over here. If I save this, the first one applies to the top and bottom, the second one is the left and right. And just take note that using negative values is simply invalid and will not work with any padding. Lastly, there is a longer way for writing this out. Till now, we've been using the shorthand property for padding. The longer method just involves you specifically stating which side you want to target. For example, if we go down here and we type padding top instead, we can give this its own value, but then again we'd have to target the left, the bottom, and the top, and that would just create a long line of code over here, which is simply unnecessary, which is why I personally recommend that you use the shorthand property wherever you can. And with that, I don't think there's a lot more I can cover when it comes to padding in CSS, but as always, the mentioned resources in this video will be in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.